Good morning. Welcome back to our final segment of CityLine. With me, I have a very loving and very familiar face. I live for when this man is on our show. And this is, of course, the Gray Skies Blues Music Festival. And we're talking about Mr. Gary Grape. Hello there, Mr. Gary Grape.
Good morning.
You have the best name. I wonder what your parents thought when you were like, okay, we're going to have a baby. Our last name is Grape. What do we put with it? Is it Gregory or is it Gary?
Well, it's Gary.
It's Gary. Gary Grape.
We could do a whole show on my last name.
Your last name is fabulous, but we won't do that.
I'm glad you think.
But you are the executive director of the Gray Skies Blues Music Festival, and I love having you on at least once every 6 months because you bring us incredible talent that we're going to talk about here in a second.
That's the truth.
That is the truth. This fabulous woman next to you, Barbara Hammerman, you are the CEO of United by Music North America. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Where did we get the cool t-shirt?
I will make sure you get one.
Oh, they're wonderful. And Gary has a cool one on too. I mean, you guys.
If you would come down to our festival, I'll save one for you.
All right,
It's
a deal. And rounding out the beauty on the couch, look at this, Miranda Kitchpanich. Yep, what a great name. You were on with us a couple years ago, and oh my gosh, wow. You were beautiful then, but now you are just the full meal deal. And you are a musician, and we're going to talk with you in a bit about your journey, and you're also going to play some for us at the end of this segment. So speaking of this segment, Mr. Gary, this is the 11th, can you believe it, annual Gray Skies Blues Music Festival. How did it get started?
Well, it got started in 2007 when we got a call from the Daffodil Parade Board of Directors. They needed, the attendance was down at the parade, and they wanted the Tacoma Events Commission to step in maybe with some ideas about sparking some more people coming down. So we put this idea together of having a festival downtown Tacoma, a music festival along with the parade. So immediately after the parade, we have live music going on at the Harmon Brewery and at the Swiss. So the first year we did it in 2007, we even brought some vendors in along the site down there in the new park that was built. Can't remember the name of it right now, but we had vendors in there. That didn't work out too well. But definitely the music festival really took off. And each year, it's been something I really look forward to presenting each year.
It gets better and better.
Yeah.
It really does.
It's a fun event. It's family friendly, needless to say. And it's just a great day for Tacoma.
Yeah, it is. It really is. So tell us about your headliners this year and your all-star lineup.
Right here.
There it is.
Yeah, I've known Barbara for several years, and she is the CEO of an organization called United by Music North America, and she'll be discussing a little bit about. I had the opportunity to bring her and her group that she overseas down to our festival this year. Going to be playing down at the Harmon Brewery. Then I met this other group out of Eugene, Oregon. They're called Howlin' Dogma. That's a good blues.
That should be a t-shirt.
That's great.
They're members of the Rainy Day Blues Society out of Eugene. And so I decided to bring them up this year to headline up at the Swiss. And then I got an all-star event, all-star musicians, both down at the Harmon and the Swiss. Miranda will be up at the Swiss later in the afternoon, so
I love that.
it's going to be a fun day.
God, I want your job. I mean, your job appears to be just looking for great music, but I know it's not that glamorous because there's a lot of work that you do in between to get these bands up here. It's not a matter of just going, hey, I heard about Howling Dogma and they said yes. It's a process, isn't it, Barbara? It really is.
I will agree with that.
Yeah. So Barbara, let's talk about you are the CEO of this nonprofit, United by North America, Music North America.
It's a mouthful.
It is. It is. Thank goodness you have a T-shirt. And you're performing at the Harmon at 2:30. Tell us about the organization.
Oh, I'm just delighted to be here, and thank you, Gary, for inviting us to participate in the festival. United by Music is a program that was created in the Netherlands, and my daughter and I founded it in this country in 2012. It is a program for very musically talented people who happen to have developmental challenges and delays, and we find them for the purpose of pairing them with professional musicians so that they can rehearse with them, perform with them. So it's a performance-based program. So it's a band within a program. And we incorporated in Portland, Oregon for a variety of reasons, not the least of which is my daughter, Amanda Gresham, who's the artistic director, producing artistic director for the program, also works the Waterfront Blues Festival down there and has blues cruises out of the festival, and we've performed there for a few years. So we thought this would be really exciting to bring here. The founder there asked us to do so, and we did about an 18-month real-life feasibility study because we said, and my profession is professional development for nonprofit organizations, and I first told him there are a lot of nonprofits doing very good work in this country, and we need to find out if there's somebody doing this, and if they are, let's support them.
That's right.
But I couldn't find anybody after that much time of working with other people, doing a tour here in 2010, using our people from Europe to do the tour, that would have this layering of people who are already talented, who bring that to the group. But for whatever reason, they haven't really formed those relationships to be in a band, a performing band. And so pairing that with professional musicians for the purpose of performing in festivals, all around the world. We've been to the Netherlands, St. Louis, Memphis, Lexington, Portland, and we've never been to a festival in Tacoma.
Well,
so we are so excited.
I take it back. I want her job. I want her job.
It's a team.
I want her job. I want her job. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're really, really excited. And I will announce on this program that we are having auditions. We're on a casting call period right now because we've been invited to perform at the USA Games for Special Olympics in Seattle in July. And we have our band all set with our Portland artist and our Tacoma artist, but we are going to be finding one or two people to involve in that exciting activity.
Okay, all right. So speaking of exciting, Miss Miranda, you were here a couple of years ago on CityLine. How did you get involved with Gary in performing blues?
Well, a couple of years ago, I was in an alternative cover band. We were mostly doing pop punk stuff, and then the SSBA invited our group to come and start getting into the blues, and it was a really, really interesting experience, and I fell in love with it right off the bat. And so getting started in the blues was definitely started with the SSBA, actually. So it was a lot of fun.
That.
Yeah.
So who are some of your influences besides Gary?
Well, I definitely started deeper into classic rock stuff. So Led Zeppelin and all those kinds of deeper bands are my biggest influences. But when it comes to the blues, it's definitely B.B. King.
Yes.
B.B. King, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Big Mama Thornton, Bonnie Raitt.
I was like, put Bonnie Raitt in there, please.
Yeah.
Sheryl Crow. Yeah, all of those people. So you're going to play us out here.
Yes, I'm going to.
So Gary, let's quickly go through some of the nuts and bolts of this. Is there a charge for the event?
We do have a cover charge up at the Swiss. The Harmon has opted not to do a cover charge.
Okay.
But we are definitely looking for donations, and we have a GoFundMe page.
Nice.
And that is going to help support Barbara's organization.
I love
So
that.
you can go to our Facebook page and just go to Gray Sky Blues Festival, Blues Music Festival, and you'll find a GoFundMe there. We need your support, everybody.
We do. Everybody does. And then what is the best place for parking?
Well, it's Parade Day, Daffodil Parade
So
Day,
just
needless to say.
walk.
Yeah, so my suggestion, and it always has been, after the parade's over, people leave downtown. So there'd be parking on the streets. But I always suggest going over and take the light rail down to the events. You can get almost in front of the Harmon and then just walk up to the hill of the Swiss.
Perfect. Perfect.
But everything kicks off at 12:30, right after the parade. At the Harmon's 12:30, 1 o'clock up at the Swiss.
All right. And then I have less than 30 seconds for you to talk about those sponsors that we cannot do without.
Well, she mentioned the SSBA, which is the
Yes.
South Sound Blues Association. They've been one of our major sponsors since we started this in 2007. And then we have the Swiss and the Harmon, and we have a lot of in-kind sponsors, like Ted Brown Music provides the back line, the drums, the bass amps. And basically this event is supported by donors.
Oh,
Individual donors that love live music, love blues, supporting kids, supporting organizations like Barbara's, and then the supporting music. So
Live music.
Live music.
Ah.
Yeah, live, definitely live. Yeah.
I want to say thank you so much for all three of you being here today and for bringing us such good news and for continuing to be devoted to bringing great blues music to Tacoma. Well, that wraps up another great segment of CityLine. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to be in your home. We've given you a lot of great things to think about this past hour, so go out there, be a part of the tapestry, and pay it forward. And above all, when you come back, we'll be waiting for you right here at CityLine. Okay, beautiful, wonderful Miss Miranda, play us out.
Love is a lie, sucking you dry. Love's not a friend until the end. You can call it a game, you can choose your own name. Stuck in the vein, there's no greater pain. I got a girl with no sound. I got a horse but no hound, and I know I'm going. Love is a lie, love is a lie, love is a lie, and I know I'm going down. There was a time love was blowing my mind. Not a tear, not a doubt, till I figured it out. Now I'm madder than hell. Love was wagging its tail. I holler, I cry. Love is a lie. I got a bell with no sound. I got a horse but no how, and I know